Look, it
He's
worked.
here.
How about
It's
that?
Craig. That's wonderful.
Uh, another thing we probably should have looked up is how to end the recording.
So for to tell Craig to leave, I think it's the same thing and just the word leave instead of join.
Okay. It's good to know. Alright, well then, since we're recording now, I should probably preface this by saying, have not slept since yesterday.
Oh no.
I kept debating whether or not I should take a nap during the day, but I figured it would make for a more interesting time while we were doing this. So I'm sitting here at my desk with a Monster Energy drink because that's all I can get during this quarantine. And I'm just trying to stay awake while also thinking of cohesive thoughts.
Cohesive thoughts.
Yeah. Something that
Nice.
makes some kind of sense.
It's okay. I barely make sense even when I'm well rested and awake, so this is fine.
Yeah, this'll work. Alright, so first things first that we should probably talk about is how's the quarantine going over on your guys' side of the world?
Well, I still have basically my work has just decided that we're moving online. And so we've had meetings at 10 a.m. 3 days a week, which I hate. Um,
Ah,
in addition to an hour of work a day that we have to like confirm that we did. In addition
mhm.
to my classes moving online.
So you're basically just glued to a computer screen 24/7 nowadays.
Pretty much. I did not realize that I hadn't moved from my bed in like 3 days until like um, I finished up my assignments and I like got up to
Mhm.
stretch and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then I realized like, oh, I've been working on my computer in my bed for the past 3 days and I've only gotten up for food and restroom.
You know what, that is, I never realized how true that was, but recently I've been browsing Twitter and browsing Instagram, and
Mm-hmm.
that appears to be the general, like, the only kind of exercise I've been doing is getting up from my bed, moving over to my couch, and then getting up from the couch and moving back to my bed.
Oh wow.
And that is the extent of cardio that we've been able to get.
Same. The most cardio I've gotten in the past week and a half has just been
Hmm.
going to the grocery store because my mom keeps sending me for stuff. And every time we go, I'm like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get sick, and I'm gonna die. Like,
Post-apocalypse. It's like a zombie supply run.
exactly. That's what it feels like when I get dressed. Like, I'm wearing sweatpants every other day, but when I have to go to the store, I'm like, if I die or the apocalypse happens, I want my apocalypse outfit to be ready. So I'm like putting on my apocalypse boots and my pants with the biggest pockets and like taking a jacket even though it's 85 degrees. And I'm like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna do it in style.
Synchronize our watches. If I'm not back within 10 minutes, I'm not coming home.
Exactly. That's how it feels.
Nah, over here it's basically the same way. We have a curfew from now on, you know, from like 5:30 a.m. Oh, I'm sorry. From 10 p.m. to 5:30 a.m., we are not allowed to leave or exit our door. Like it's supposed to remain shut and locked for the entire time.
Ooh.
So we got a the reason for this is something I should probably say is because there is someone sick with the coronavirus just a few doors down from me.
Ooh.
and they
Really?
do the laundry in the same place I do. So they have locked down part of the laundry room and reserved it specifically for quarantine soldiers.
Oh wow.
But besides that, I am not allowed to leave my fort, and like this is during the day without the curfew. I'm not allowed to leave Fort Hood for any reason whatsoever. And if I do leave, it should only be for essentials or if I'm going to the hospital.
Wow. That sounds terrible.
It is terrible. We People are starting to go like like they kind of wish that the corona would just take them. That way they'd have an excuse.
To leave?
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, finally I can go outside and stay somewhere else that's not my room for a night."
Oh man. Honestly, that's a mood though. I've been like everyone keeps complaining and like everything sucks, it's the end of the world, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, if it's the end of the world, can it end already, please, so I don't have to go to work anymore? At least if
As
the
a
world just ends, I can just go outside.
as you are, this is up for debate whether we're millennials or Generation Z. Um, we have basically lived through what now? 3, maybe 4 apocalypses that should have happened.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There
I've heard
was
one theory though.
Y2K.
Go ahead.
What's that? Oh no. I'm just trying to think of them. It's like Y2K, 2012. What else? Something was supposed to happen in 2018 or 2016. I can't remember what though. Maybe a fucking meteor or some shit. We
Oh,
kind of got unlucky.
there was gonna be a meteor this year. They said they weren't sure if it was gonna hit or not, and then it ended up not. But everyone,
God.
no, or it's still passing by, something like that. And then I saw a news story from like 2015, and it was like
Uh-huh.
scientists predict that they'll be able to clone dinosaurs in 5 years. And someone retweeted that story again, and they were like, "Let me guess, fucking April." I was like, "Good lord, please."
Oh my god. Did you know that times have gone bad when you had mentioned like, oh, the meteor already passed by, and instead of being like, oh, thank god we didn't get hit by a meteor, I just made a ugh. Like a sound of disgust. Like, god damn it, I can't believe
Pulling a Joker, do it, hit me, hit me.
I want you to
I
hit me.
want you to do it.
But
Oh,
it's true. It's weird how we've gone to that point where it's like, oh, a meteor might hit us, and no one actually freaks out. We're just kind of like, yeah,
look, our
it
generation
is
has
what it
lived.
is.
Our generation has lived through 9/11, post 9/11 America, which is its own thing.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Y2K, 2012, recession, like economic depression, plague.
Chronic depression of ourselves.
Yep, existential crises. Like at this point, it's gallows humor all the way.
Oh, speaking of that,
Yes.
have you heard that no, I'm not sure how true this is. I haven't exactly done my research, but apparently high school students nowadays have the same anxiety levels as a 1950s mental ward patient.
That sounds about right. I definitely did when I was in high school. I remember I was so stressed out in high school and like freaked out. I was really mean, and then when I graduated the summer after, my family was like worried because they were like, "Why are you being so nice? This is so weird. You're so calm and friendly." And I'm like, "I graduated." And they're like, "That's why you're nice now?" And I'm
I
like,
mean, I
"Ah,
got
yes."
it's weird because like after graduation, that high school seems like this insurmountable wall. Like, oh, this is going to be my life. everything I do here and now determines my future. And then you get out and no one gives a fucking shit.
It never matters ever again. And you're like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
no. Not a single thing in high school matters, except like unless you're one of those like stupid smart kids and took like college courses in high school. But then it doesn't matter because that's college that you took. It wasn't high school.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, that's really the only part of high school that has mattered, and all it did was save me some money, which I'm still spending because I'm in nursing school. So I'm like, huh, thank you, but no. Sure, it helped, I guess.
Yeah, that should be a message to kids out there that are struggling, like struggling to make grades. So long as you graduate, your grades do not matter.
Mm. To any kids who might be listening, school doesn't matter.
You know, go anarchy, drop out of high school, get your GED, enjoy life, join the military.
Kids, we're living in a pandemic. If you survive this year, you're golden. You have to worry about nothing.
You're already not graduating this year. Just don't do the second year.
Oh man, speaking of graduation, you reminded me. My cousin's all depressed because she was supposed to graduate this year and everything's canceled. And I
Yeah.
sent her a link I found that apparently finishing school over in Japan had a virtual graduation on Minecraft. They made like an entire auditorium. They had all their Minecraft personas show up, and they had a Minecraft graduation. And I was like, that A, having played Minecraft, that takes a lot of work. B, that is genius. C, I am so sorry you have to live like this.
Oh my god, imagine being the one fucking kid. You go up, your fucking Minecraft character walks up the stage, your character fucking chucks your diploma at you, and then you disconnect. Do they just do they just like, oh well, he didn't show up for graduation, he didn't get his
I
diploma?
guess
I
he's
guess
not graduating.
that's a shame, kid. Probably should have been a little bit richer with a more stable internet connection.
Oh, that's so mean, but true. Can you imagine being that kid? You're like, this is what I've worked my whole life for, and then your internet cuts out, and you're like, no! I think I would just like, if there's like a text chat or something, I would just be like, can you just like email my diploma to me? Screenshots, drop it by my house. I marked it on the map.
Uh, your teacher like takes a selfie with it in his hand, and he's like, "Guess what I got, bitch."
Guess who's graduating again?
I remember my high school graduation was very it's a very surreal experience. Like it almost doesn't feel real, especially mine, because mine felt like a fever dream. It
Mm-hmm.
was in it was like middle of the day, it was starting to get dark in the Arizona heat. So, you know, it's the middle of May. It's fucking like 90 degrees, 80 is
Mm-hmm.
a good day.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all sitting there in our fucking caps and gowns. Mine was the wrong size because let me go ahead and create another tangent off of this. I
All
gave
right.
up. I gave up after sophomore year. I was one of those kids who was doing like AP classes and was super smart in math, English, not so much science, but you know that kind of kid.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been bad, and this is still to this day. I've always been bad at
Oh.
doing papers, doing research and doing papers. I've always been bad at that,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went into my AP math class, and the teacher was just going way too fast to the point where I went, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fail this class." mind you, mind you, still graduated because it doesn't fucking matter. But anyway, uh, I sat in the back of for my entire sophomore year. My math class, I just the back played on my phone, and the teacher did not give a shit. And then for my like history class, the teacher went up to me on the